this is Joy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a card for Sweet Sentiment Stamps, and it's a card for the ages. I am going to show how to do a galaxy background, and I'm just showing you that I have pre-colored the U-Rock stamp set. The stamp set comes with the best rock troll ever and has some really cool trees. I am using Distress inks in the colors Worn Lipstick, Fossilized Amber, Seedless Preserves, Prize Ribbon, Chipped Sapphire, and Black Soot. I start out the process by taping off the bottom third of my card panel with mint tape from scrapbook.com. And then you saw me hold up the rock troll just to see if I had the right horizon line. I come in with Worn Lipstick first, and using a domed foam blender, I am just putting down a streak of the Worn Lipstick. This is going to be a galaxy background. We're going to have a lot of texture, a lot of inks blended on top of each other, so I don't worry about getting the perfect blend. If I wanted the perfect blend, I would spend a lot more time. Instead of going straight down with that blender and brush, I would start off the page and bring it in. But that's not what I'm going for. I use the Fossilized Amber, and then I'm bringing in the Seedless Preserves. And the reason I chose the Seedless Preserves is it's a little bit of a pink base, so it's not going to make mud as much with the yellow as what a deeper purple would. But again, you don't want to overlap that too much, or else you will get a nasty brown. Now my first layer of the night sky then is the Prize Ribbon. And I did speed this up by 2 times just so that we get through the video quickly. And here I am getting a blend, and you're going to see that I start to encroach upon the center colors. I then bring in Chipped Sapphire, and I maintain that mainly on the outside. However, I do at times go in over the 3 main colors in the center. Now I'm bringing in a Distress sprayer, and I'm letting that sit for just a second, and then I'm mopping that up with a microfiber cloth. And please note that I have dried this off camera, and now I'm coming in with Black Soot ink, and what you're seeing now is where those water spots were, where it got lighter. That black ink is really, really vivid. So now we're giving depth and dimension into our sky. And if you know me, you know that I like all the textures and feels. So that is something that I love. I come back in with my Distress sprayer again and spray it and mop it up, dry it. And I'm going to layer inks again. And that is how we're building up the sky. So we're giving the illusion of stars, we're giving the illusion of some things being far away and some things being up close. One thing to know with a Distress sprayer, if you pull the trigger all the way, you get a really fine mist. If you only use, pull the trigger like a partial way, you get the big droplets. So that's how I get those different textures. I removed the mint tape, and now I'm taking the Prized Ribbon and I'm really working in a blend. Now I know that we're going to have that harsh line no matter what we do, but I am going to disguise that with our stenciling. And I'm also bringing in the Black Soot to darken the outside, creating a vignette so at the final picture, the outside edges are what you're going to see the most where the transition is. So I'm trying to do my best to hide that. So now I'm bringing the Black Soot over the mowed lawn. And that's just, again, to darken it and to give us different tones. Now I am bringing in the rock stencil. It's got this really cool grass. So to disguise that horizon, I'm using Black Soot, and I am putting that up high almost into the sky, and I'm concentrating that over the grass blades. And that is where we're starting to build the scene. And we're going to give the illusion that the the foreground is much brighter, and then we're getting darker as we go into the sky, right? I put in one more layer with the black soot, and then I make sure to clean off my stencil because now I'm going to start going in with my greens again. So when I do a night grass scene, I like to use Rustic Wilderness because it's kind of a dark, rich green. So right below where the black is, I use the Rustic Wilderness. I bring that down a little bit further, meaning the stencil. I put in another shading of the Rustic Wilderness. So for my last time that I use this stencil, I am coming back in with the Mowed Lawn. And that's, again, just to give the illusion that we're closer up and that the lighting is coming from behind what's going to be our rock troll. So this is what it looks like so far, and I've done a pretty good job of hiding that that horizon line. I use some heavy body acrylic paint from a big box store, and I splatter that onto the night sky. I did make sure to use my hand to mask this grass area because I didn't want it to look like snow. I placed my rock troll where I wanted it just so I could see where I wanted to place my U-Rock sentiment. I heat emboss that with white powder, and I hit that with my heat gun to melt it. And here I get a nice vibrant sentiment on this grassy background. Here I am bringing in the rock troll. And since we use the worn lipstick, the fossilized amber, and the seedless preserves, I bring in an R00, a Y00, and a V as in Victor 000. And I jot that along what I'm going to call the rock shell of this troll. So that gives you the illusion that the light is coming from behind our character and is bouncing off of the light of the rocks. I then come in with the tallest tree, and I put that right in the center, and I stamp that down with VersaFine Clear Nocturne ink, creating a silhouette tree. I bring our troll back in because I didn't want the tree trunks to come out from under his feet, so I'm making sure that I get good placement. I am a lazy crafter, so I kind of tuck and I hide some of my scenes instead of doing all of the masking. And there's nothing wrong with that. You could mask this with like masking paper and stamp all the things. That's just not my jam all the time. Once I get the 3 trees done, I come back in with my foam applicator that has the black soot on it. I don't re-ink it, I just use what's there. And then I go ahead and ink all around the perimeter. You're going to see that I inked over the U-Rock, and with my microfiber cloth, I'm able to buff that away, and that pops again. Now, since everything is dried, I felt like we needed some bright stars, so I'm coming in with my white Jelly Roll pen, and I am just dotting in some stars. I'm also making some like 4-point stars just to add interest to the sky. Off camera, using my hex chart from Sandy Allnuck, I looked to see what markers matched the best to my grasses and my background, and I colored the white outline of the die cut image. You don't have to do that. That's just something that I like to do. Here is a few of the last looks of my cards. Thank you for hanging out with me. I love being here with you guys. Until next time, keep crafting. Be blessed, my friends. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.